I've been talking here about freedom of expression. But usually in general I speak about like gender expression on the streets, around LGBT. But how do you see like freedom of expression in Singaporean context?
For those courageous people, I mean, like my friend Eugene, who is a drag queen, he dresses up in full camp, full makeup, and his dresses are outrageous, and goes to rally, and went to Pink Dot. He goes to work in that, and people might give him a few stares, but he doesn't face any violence, at least not yet. I think that if you have the courage, people might give you a look like, oh, you are crazy. But that's that. I mean, there are small, isolated instances of violence, and maybe people yell at you, with slurs and whatnot. But in general, I don't think there's much of an issue, unless you dress up unless you have indecent exposure, which I don't think people do that in Singapore. But freedom of expression, I think there is freedom of expression to some degree. Well, unless you start pressing the wrong buttons, which is about politics and religion.
And it's actually forbidden to portray positive examples of. That's what Yang Fa told that.
Well,
like the media and
for the regulations,
yes.
It says that it's not allowed to promote homosexuality. I always ask the question: how do you promote homosexuality? Do I give out flyers and say, please join us this evening at this conversion workshop or what? Right? What is promoting homosexuality? You organize a talk about homosexuality, think it's promoting. The gay character in Glee, right?
Yes.
His whole storyline about coming out was cut when it was broadcast here. One of the most powerful scenes was when his father accepted. I don't know if people. Those people who watch Glee will remember that scene. It's moving, So many of us will move to tears. The kind of acceptance coming from the father, but the whole thing snipped. Why? Is that promoting homosexuality? I don't think so. But it seems that our MDA thinks that way.
And are there any challenges against that or any?
Of course, we keep asking, and they keep giving us vague answers because that's how they get around. They keep
officially.
Officially, they tell you it's promoting homosexuality. I'm like, can you define what is promoting homosexuality and what is not promoting homosexuality? No, they don't. So that's how the regulations are run. A few years ago, when the film The Kids Are Alright won an Academy Award, it was screened in Singapore. The MDA put an unprecedented condition on that screening, that it can be screened in one screen at one time.
3 a.m.
No, I mean like it can only be shown at this cinema, one cinema, and it cannot be widely distributed. And of course, we have challenged that. Of course, they just because they have power, so they just ignore, they don't respond. But the question is why? What gives you the power to only limit it to one print to be screened at one?
And Brokeback Mountain?
Brokeback Mountain was screened here. I think that the impact, one of the shows that I think have impact was Liang's Wedding Banquet, because it's an Asian context. There are a few gay-themed movies that was done in Southeast Asia. One is the Chicken Rice Wars, and it was filmed in Singapore. Okay. So that film too, I think would be those films that change people's perceptions, and I think these stories need to be continually told, because MDA's reach is not all powerful. And so when you put things on YouTube, that's out of MDA's reach. I'm not sure if you know that.
Yeah.
So a lot of filmmakers, and especially documentary films, have gone on to YouTube as a channel to do stuff. It's not just about expressing ourselves, right? But also communicating something across. If they hear our stories, if they know our lives, then it is much harder to look at people with a certain, with disdain, and I think that's something that we are trying to work on, to get our stories out there and for people to know, for people to hear, because it is through knowing and understanding that they change their minds.